This one for WWE champions. Pay to win like every day, yeah.
I don't play mobile games.
Funny how they still think I'm a broke man.
Then I'm broke.
Even though I be pulling Hogan. I spent like 40 grand on a couple thousand pictures of some sweaty men.
Okay, so basically here's what's happened in the last couple of days. Number one, I played a lobby of Street Fighter 6 with Brian. Had a good time doing it. Had a conversation with Brian about Street Fighter 6. And I asked him specifically, why do you play Street Fighter 6 on PC as opposed to console? And his answer was pretty simple. He's like, number one, on PC, you get better refresh rates. You know, if you have a monitor that's a good refresh rate, like 120 hertz, you're going to get a better refresh rate, higher frame rate, and it allows you to react faster. So right there, me playing Street Fighter 6 on PS5 at 60 hertz, which is what I do, is not giving me the better performance that I could get if I played it on PC. A lot of people playing on PC are able to react to things faster because they have a higher refresh rate. Okay? So everything I've been saying all along since the launch of Street Fighter 6 about PC players having an advantage is correct. It's just not necessarily what I was thinking. I was thinking maybe there's less input delay, meaning maybe there's less delay between the time you push the button and when something happens in the game. That's not the case. The delay is the same between PS5 and PC, supposedly. The actual difference is refresh rate. If you're watching the game at a higher frame rate, there's more frames for you to react to and to input your reaction. Do you see? Which makes sense. That's why when I'm playing against people on PC, they always counter drive impact. Always. They're seeing way more frames of this counter drive impact, and it alerts them more to it going on, so that they're able to always counter it. Me, I'm seeing half as many frames as them. So that's why I'm trying to react, and I'm too slow to do it, because I'm actually seeing less warning signs of it happening. Okay? So, there you go. Excuse me, my nose. So, that's probably what it is. In addition, what he also told me is on PC, people are using custom joysticks, like hitboxes and things that are actually way more compatible with PC than they are with PlayStation or consoles in general. And also on PC, people love mods, right? They love to do mods and have different outfits and things. Now, I found out, I looked into it. There are actual mods you can buy that hack the game on PC and let you cheat. Now, I'm not saying that these are prominent, and I'm not accusing anyone of anything because I have no evidence, but it's actually, it's actually about, what was I saying? I got distracted. Someone said something in the chat. Someone said, PC is 2 frames, PS5 is 4 or 5. So you're basically saying that there's extra frames to react to. Okay. It's too technical for me. Anyway, no, I know for a fact that it exists because I saw it online. People are selling mods for the PC version of Street Fighter 6 add-ons that apparently like auto counter drive impact. Auto throw break. Does it work? I don't think it's a huge deal, to be honest. But it exists, okay? So when you're playing on PC, there's all these other factors that could give you an advantage, right? All the people playing this game pro are basically playing it on PC. There's very few people who are playing this game at a high level who are still playing it on console. They've all moved to PC. So, based on the fact that I had this lobby with Brian, we had this discussion about the PC version of the game. And based on the fact that yesterday, I did an Indies marathon where I played a whole bunch of games on my mini PC and they all ran nicely. The question presented itself last night. Would it actually be possible, right, for me to play Street Fighter 6 on my mini PC? Okay? Now, it's an interesting question. There is no definitive answer, and here's why. If you go online and you look at the stats of my mini PC, and you take a comparison to what Street Fighter 6 claims are the minimum requirements, it actually does not qualify. Okay? But that doesn't mean at all that if I tried to play the game on lower settings or with things adjusted, that it wouldn't work. It just means it's not going to be the optimal recommended setup for it. You understand? You see? So So, here's the thing. I'm not even kidding you. Today, all right, excuse me, if I were not doing a React day, all right, I would actually test this today because I'm fascinated by this idea of maybe the mini PC could actually run Street Fighter 6, okay? Right? Now, I'm not saying when I say I could get it to run Street Fighter 6 that it would be running with all the visual quality of the PS5, right? I'm not. That's not what I'm saying at all. I'm just saying just to get it to run and to get it at the better refresh rate for me, okay? So that means I have to turn off a lot of the lighting effects, turn off all the shit. The game might look worse. But if it runs better for competitive play, do I care? Am I playing Street Fighter 6 for the visuals? Or am I playing it for the gameplay? Right? Now, there's a funny thing is people are saying, people were saying, would you really buy it again? Well, the thing is, it's weird. On Steam, it's still $60. And I'm like, what the hell? The game's been out a year? Why is it $60? I think Steam rips you off because it's not. It was on sale everywhere else. So I don't know why it would still be $60 on Steam. That sounds like a price gouging. But apparently you can get CD keys on the internet for way cheaper. Like I was looking yesterday, and on average the CD key for the game is like $30. So you could get it like half price, really. Now that wouldn't have the DLC characters, but that would at least get me an entry, start at entry level. Now the other thing is, there's a demo. You remember? Did you remember that there was a demo for this game? Now, all the demo is, it's an intro to the story mode, remember? And I think it has, if I remember correctly, training mode for like 4 characters. Like, that's the Street Fighter 6 demo. So, in reality, right, I could probably, and I don't know if the demo has all the graphics settings either. That's the other thing, all right? But I could probably download the demo onto my mini PC and at least there mess with it. Like, let's say if I put it on, no lighting, like turn off the lighting shit, turn off, anti-aliasing, get that shit out of there. Just basically have it run at like lowest settings or whatever and see if that works, right? That's all I can think of. Like, just see if it will work on the mini PC. See, the other thing that someone asked me yesterday, after I did the marathon, they said, did you look at your PC and see how it was? Like, was it hot? No. I went over there and I was touching it right after the marathon ended. It was cool. It was actually very cool. It didn't heat up at all. So, at least for the indie games, it wasn't killing it. Then again, the indie games weren't full rendering of 3D graphics, right? I mean, I guess Hades is. But even then, it's limited. Isn't it like on a 2D plane? I'm not sure how Hades rarely renders. But yeah, no, it was fine. So I'm seriously considering trying to get the Street Fighter 6 demo somehow to run on my mini PC. By messing with the settings, by messing with the resolution, you know what I'm saying? Like, just, maybe if I did 1080p, but literally like low end, no effects, turn everything off, maybe I could get it to run at a high frame rate, right? Maybe not. Maybe it was run at like less than 30, in which case there's no point. But that's what I would want to do with the demo. I wouldn't want to buy the game and have to deal with, oh, it didn't work, so I have to refund it and everything, right? It just sucks because, like, it's like, man, I feel like I'm on the edge. I'm on the edge of glory here. It's like, oh, I'm almost at the point where I can, like, do the same setup as everybody else, and I'm on equal playing field with anyone else, and therefore, I wouldn't feel like I'm at unfair advantage or whatever. Lawless, I think they shut down the demo. When did they do that? How many hertz is my monitor? Well, you mean, hold on. If you mean this monitor over here, it's 120 hertz. If you mean this TV, this is also 120 hertz. This TV's only like 2-3 years old. Remember, my TV died and I bought a good one? This is a good Sony monitor, or a good Sony TV. It's good. It goes 4K, like 120. So it's a good quality TV. Do I know my mini PC specs? Well, I did. They were posted up in the thread for the Indies Marathon, but I shut down the thread. So, Yeah, I would probably have to mess with my TV settings to try to get 120 hertz. Although I'm pretty sure my TV would auto adjust to it. Like, this is a high-end Sony TV. Not high-end, but like high upper mid level. I'm pretty sure it would just do it. Like, it would recognize, you know, that it's outputting 120 hertz, and it would probably just do it. But I mean, I could mess with it. I'm sure we could figure it out, right? So I don't know. It's an interesting experiment. So let's do it now, okay? Tomorrow